Hello everyone, this is Kelly with The Well Life. In today's video, I want to talk to you about some helpful steps for lasting lifestyle change. So, to begin with, hopefully you have a strong desire for change. The first step is assessment. For any change to take place, we first must assess where we are and what it is that we want. So it is extremely important to develop the ability to observe yourself. You should learn to take stock of yourself through mindfulness practice and other wellness techniques that are highly successful. I know I've discussed some of these in some of my other videos. But while this will be ultimately an holistic approach, when it comes to lifestyle change, you will need to break out every aspect of your life, break it down into subjects so you can work on each one individually because you don't want to get overwhelmed with, I've got so much that I want to change, sort of a mindset, okay? So, and when I speak of holistic, I mean, and I believe we all realize this, that every aspect of our lives is inextricably linked to every other aspect. So we know that each aspect of our life is affected by the other. So you've got to hone in on some wellness tools, and these will give you valuable feedback because you'll need that in order to know that you're making progress. So the next step, and this leads off from the first, is you've got to work deeply on the self, right? That core self. Because before you can set goals that will become manifest, you have to increase your self awareness. This will be your environment, intrapersonal, interpersonal, and your spiritual levels. You know, as a coach, I understand that most of us are not highly introspective. And that's not a bad thing, but it's just maybe it hurts too much or it's a little scary. But clarifying your values will be necessary and reflecting upon your vision of the change you desire is something highly important. Okay, so then the next step will be setting the focus. So, as I discussed, this needs to be an holistic effort, but you will need to focus on one thing at a time. The deep dive into self will help you begin to see what area you may feel you want the most change in, and this could be the area of your first focus. Don't be too hard on yourself, allow the feelings and the observations to give you guidance, not to beat you down. So, next step is working on habits and your environment. And so the reason I include environment here is because most of us are so connected to our environment, and this is a highly, highly influential situation, right? I mean, our environments, we are influenced by them without a doubt. So if it's a positive thing, that's one thing, right? If you have a very positive environment, great. That's a good start. But if it's negative, and some of us won't even realize the negativity that comes from our environment, that's why we have to go deep. That's why we have to stop. That's why we have to slow down. But it will keep you stuck if you don't, okay? So your lifestyle, you see, is defined by your daily habits. So we need to understand that habits are literally wired into our brains, and we do them without much thought or effort at all. So this is why we must work on the awareness of ourself. And if you begin to notice a habit, then you are making progress. So that's a good thing. Okay, the next step is change the behavior. So ultimately, what we are doing here is wiring new habits into your brain, right? That makes sense. This will slowly take place by you becoming aware of your daily actions. And day by day, you become more and more aware. And with this awareness, you can realize when you act or do something that does not align with what you are wanting. So you are able to make change in that very moment. And be sure to give yourself credit for every small change. Give yourself like a conscious high five every single time you catch your old habit and you replace it with a new one. So from here, you must continue to go back, basically back to the beginning of what I said, which is assessment, and then the deep self awareness. And you've got to continue to dig deeper and deeper and deeper. And as you do this, you will begin to realize and you will begin to hone in on what you want to change and how you will go about that change. It is an ongoing process, but every day gets better and better and easier as the good habits will begin to overtake the bad habits. Listen, no one is perfect, so this is not what we're talking about here. But lasting lifestyle change is only derived from constant assessment and introspection. All right, so love yourself deeply and change your life for the better. This is Kelly with the Well Life. Thank you for watching. Check out some of my other videos. I've also got a link for my free e-guide in the description. Check that out as well. And thanks again for watching.